now we are going to learn about ratio, but first of all, I will explain you the relationship between fractions and ratio, then how to read and write ratio, then how to use ratio to compare 2 or 3 quantities, then about equivalent ratio.
Ratio. What is this topic about? In mathematics, a ratio indicates how many times one number contains another. So for example, if there are 8 oranges and 6 lemons in a bowl of fruit, then the ratio of oranges to lemons is 8 to 6. So that is 8 to 6, which is equivalent to the ratio of 4 to 3. So over here, a colon is often used in place of the ratio symbol. The relationship between ratio and fractions. So as you may see from this diagram, 3 parts are shaded while 1 part is unshaded. So question A, what fractions of the whole is shaded? So shaded out of equal parts. So 3 out of 4. What fractions of the whole is unshaded? So unshaded is just 1 part. So 1 out of 4 equal parts. What fractions of the shaded part is unshaded part? So be careful here. What fractions of shaded part? So the shaded part will be the denominator. So the answer would be unshaded out of shaded. So 1 out of 3. What's the ratio of the area of the shaded part to the area of the whole? The whole means the total. So the shaded part equals to 3 to 4. What is the ratio of the area of the unshaded part to the area of the whole? So unshaded part is just 1 part. So 1 out of 4. What's the ratio of the unshaded part to the area of the shaded parts? So the answer would be 1 to 3. Now here, Jane has 23 stickers. She gave 10 stickers to her brother. Find the ratio of stickers Jane gave to her brother to the number of stickers left. So over here, you may know that before Jane had 23 stickers. And after that, she gave 10 to her brother. So after gave 10 stickers to her brother, now she only had 13 stickers left. So find the ratio of the numbers of Jane gave to her brother to the number of stickers left. So she gave 10 stickers to her brother. Then now she had 13 stickers left. So the ratio would be 10 to 13. So how to write in statement? So the ratio of the number of stickers Jane gave to her brother to the number of stickers left was 10 to 13. Now we'll move on to the equivalent fractions and writing fractions in its simplest form. So like over here, 1 out of 4 equals to 2 out of 8 equals to 3 out of 12. Yeah, so 1 out of 4, 2 out of 8, and 2 out of 12 are equivalent fractions. And 1 out of 4 is the simplest form of 2 out of 8 and 3 out of 12. So how to simplify the fraction? So for example, 2 out of 8. So you have to divide the top number and the bottom number with the common factor between 2 and 8 equals to 2. So 2 divided by 2 equals to 1. 8 divided by 2 equals to 4. So 2 out of 8 is equivalent with 1 out of 4. Now how about 3 out of 12? So you may divide 3 and 12 by 3. Yeah, so 3 divided by 3 equals to 1. 12 divided by 3 equals to 4. So over here, 2 out of 8 and 2 out of 12, you may simplify them into 1 out of 4. Now multiply a ratio by a common factor to find equivalent ratios. So for example here, 3, 5 and 2. So first we may multiply each of them by 2. So 3 times 2 equals to 6, 5 times 2 equals to 10, 1 times 2 equals to 2. So this means 3 to 5 to 1, and 6 to 10 to 2 are equivalent ratios. Now divide the ratio by a common factor to find equivalent ratios. So 12 to 4 to 28. So you may simply divide each of them by 4. Why 4? Because the common factor between 12, 4 and 28 equals to 4. So 12 divided by 4 equals to 3, 4 divided by 4 equals to 1, 28 divided by 4 equals to 7. So this means 3 to 1 to 7 is the simplest form of 12 to 4 to 28. Yeah, so this means that ratios can be expressed in their simplest form by dividing each quantity by a common factor. Using models to solve problems. Kim baked 88 cupcakes altogether. She baked 48 blueberry cupcakes and the rest were chocolate. How many chocolate cupcakes did Kim bake? So over here you may draw the model. So the total equals to 88 cupcakes, and then 48 of them were blueberry cupcakes. And the question is, how many chocolate cupcakes did Kim bake? So it will be 88 minus 48 equals to 40. So Kim baked 40 chocolate cupcakes. And question B, find the ratio of the number of blueberry cupcakes to the number of chocolate cupcakes. And then you have to express the ratio in its simplest form. So blueberry to chocolate. So 48 to 40. Okay, and after that, how to simplify it? Yeah, so you may find the common factor between 48 and 40. The common factor between them equals to 8. So 48 divided by 8 equals to 6. 40 divided by 8 equals to 5. So the ratio of the numbers of blueberry cupcakes to the number of chocolate cupcakes was 6 to 5. Haryati, Linda, and Thomas cycled for some distance. The ratio of the distance Haryati cycled to the distance Linda cycled to the distance Thomas cycled was 5 to 1 to 4. Haryati cycled for 10 kilometers. So question A, how much more distance did Thomas cycle than Linda? So as you may see from the question, so Haryati equals to 5 units, Linda 1 unit, and then Thomas is 4 units. So Haryati cycled for 10 km, so this means 5 units equals to 10 km. How to get 1 unit? To get 1 unit is 10 divided by 5 equals to 2 km. So if 1 unit equals to 2 km, so how much more distance did Thomas cycle than Linda? So you may find the difference between Thomas and Linda. Thomas equals to 4 units while Linda equals to 1 unit. So the answer equals to 3. So if 1 unit equals to 2 km, how about 3 units? So 3 units equals to 3 times 2 equals to 6 km. Yeah, so Thomas cycled 6 km more than Linda. Question B, how much distance did Haryati, Linda, and Thomas cycle all together? So equals to 5 plus 1 plus 4 equals to 10 units. If 1 unit equals to 2 km, how about 10 units? So it will be 10 times 2 equals to 20 km. So they cycled for 20 km altogether. Berlin has 2 taekwondo medals and Mervyn has 5 taekwondo medals. So this means Berlin equals to 2 units and Mervyn equals to 5 units. So if the question asking about what's the ratio of the numbers of medals Berlin has to the numbers of medals Mervyn has. So it will be Berlin to Mervyn. So 2 to 5. And question B, what fractions of the numbers of medals Marvin has is the number of medals Berlin has? So over here, you may see that, yeah, be careful over here, what fraction of, yeah, so what fraction of? The first fraction of is followed by the phrase the number of medals Marvin has. So Marvin, yeah, so Marvin will be the denominator. So the answer would be Berlin out of Marvin. Yeah, so Berlin equals to 2, Marvin equals to 5. So the numbers of Berlin has is 2 out of 5 of the numbers of medals Marvin has. Now question C, what's the ratio of the number of medals Marvin has to the number of medals Berlin has? So Marvin to Berlin, so equals to 5 to 2. So the ratio of the numbers of medals Marvin has to the numbers of medals Berlin has is 5 to 2. And then question D, what fractions of the number of medals Berlin has to the numbers of medals Marvin has? So be careful over here, what fraction of, okay? And then the phrase fraction of is followed by the phrase the numbers of medals Berlin has. So Berlin become the denominator. So the answer would be Marvin out of Berlin. So the answer equals to 5 out of 2. Okay, so the numbers of medals Marvin has is 5 out of 2 of the number of medals Berlin has. So the answer over here is an improper fraction, and you just leave it as an improper fraction to reflect the two quantities being compared. So this means you don't need to convert it into mixed number 2.5, no need. Yeah, so the answer is just the numbers of medals Marvin has is 5 out of 2 of the numbers of medals Berlin has. Jane baked 20 chicken pies and Michelle baked 12 more chicken pies than Jane. So over here we know that Jane equals to 20, while Michelle is 12 more than Jane. So 12 plus 20 equals to 32. And the question, find the ratio of the number of chicken pies Michelle baked to the number of chicken pies Jane baked. So Michelle to Jane, so equals to 32 to 20. Don't forget to simplify it. Yeah, so the common factor between 32 and 20 equals to 4. So the answer would be 8 to 5. Express the number of chicken pies Michelle baked as a fraction of the number of chicken pies Jane baked. Give your answer in its simplest form. So the answer would be Michelle out of Jane. So equals to 32 out of 20 equals to 8 out of 5. Find the ratio of the numbers of pies Jane baked to the total number of chicken pies baked. So we have to finding out the total. So the total equals to 20 plus 32 equals to 52. So the answer would be Jane to the total. So 20 to 52 equals to 5 to 13. Now the question is, what fractions of the total number of chicken pies baked by both girls was the number of chicken pies baked by Jane? So be careful over here, what fractions of the total. So the total will be the denominator, while the numerator is Jane. So Jane out of total, so equals to 20 out of 52 equals to 5 out of 13. Now here Xavier, Yuna and Zach share sum of money in the ratio 1 to 3 to 5. So 1 unit for Xavier, Yuna is 3 units, and Zach equals to 5 units. So what fraction of the amount of money Yuna received is the amount of money Xavier received? So be careful over here, what fraction of? So after that over here is Yuna. So Yuna will be the denominator. So Xavier out of Yuna. So equals to 1 out of 3. So the amount of money Xavier received is 1 out of 3 of the amount of money Yuna received. Question B. What fraction of the amount of money Yuna received is the amount of money Zach received? So be careful over here, what fraction of? So Yuna will be the denominator, while Zach become the numerator. So Zach out of Yuna equals to 5 out of 3. So the amount of money Zach received is 5 out of 3 of the amount of money Yuna received. How many units of money are shared by the 3 people? So the total amount of money equals to 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals to 9 units. Next question D. What is the ratio of the amount of money Xavier received to the total amount of money? So the ratio of the amount of money Xavier received to the total amount of money is 1 to 9. And then what's the ratio of the amount of money Yuna received to the total amount of money? So Yuna to the total. So equals to 3 to 9. Don't forget to simplify it. Yeah, become 1 out of 3. So be careful. 3 out of 9. You may find the common factor between 3 and 9 equals to 3. So you have to divide 3 by 3 equals to 1. 9 divided by 3 equals to 3. So don't forget to simplify it. Next, what fractions of the total amount of money is the amount of money Xavier received? So be careful over here, what fraction of the total? So the total will be the denominator, while the numerator is Xavier. So Xavier out of total equals to 1 out of 9. So the amount of money Xavier received is 1 out of 9 of the total amount of money. And then question G, what fractions of the total amount of money is the amount of money Yuna received? So again over here, what fraction of? So the total will be the denominator, while Yuna become the numerator. So Yuna out of total equals to 1 out of 3. So the amount of money Yuna received is 1 out of 3 of the total amount of money. That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.